Aloha, everyone. This is the third episode of the Keeping It Simple with Ferlon Podcast, and I hope you're doing well. Today, we shall be talking about laziness. In Proverbs chapter 13, verse 4, it reads, "Lazy people want much, but get little, but those who work hard will prosper." I'll read that again. Lazy people want much, but get little, but those who work hard will prosper. Have you ever been lazy? Have you ever wanted something so great, so fantastic, so superb, but yet you didn't get it? And maybe if you were truthful, you said, I probably didn't get that because I didn't work hard enough for it, or I didn't put myself in the position to receive that blessing, if you will. That happens to me, has been happening to me when it comes to weight loss. When it's like, hey, been picking up some weight. I gotta lose a few pounds. And you recognize that like 5 years ago and you still haven't done anything about it. In your mind, well, in my mind, how about this? Like, I've recognized that I've gained weight several years ago, and it's like, okay, I'm going to deal with it now. I'll start doing this and I'll start doing that, but it lasts like 3 days and you don't continue to do it anymore. I've been getting more discipline lately, and just saying I have to reprogram my mind or renew my mind when it comes to what types of foods to eat and why I shouldn't eat certain things. And that so far has been helpful, but it still is new to me. But you shall see Ferlon change his body over time, hopefully a short time. But anyway, lifestyle change. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to weight loss, I remember I would be trying to start losing weight, but I would be eating cake or donuts or the fried foods or pizzas and wings. And then I'd be weighing myself and saying, how come I haven't lost any weight? I mean, it sounds pretty stupid as I say this out loud right now, but it's like, what the heck do you expect if you're not doing what is required? So I was being lazy when it came to changing my diet or changing what I eat. Or if I would change what I ate for 2 to 3 days, and then I'm like, I've done pretty good. Let me have a cheat day. And that cheat day turned into a cheat week or a cheat 3 weeks. And it's like, how do you expect to lose weight? Why am I surprised when I step on a scale? And you look at this and it's like, lazy people want much. They want everything. And it's just really true. Lazy people want a whole lot. I want all that money. I want that house. I want that car. But they don't do anything to get it. They won't put the work in. They won't put themselves in positions to receive those things. And it goes on to say, but those who work hard will prosper. If we work hard for what we want, we will see those things or some of our ideas or plans come to fruition. Some of our desires come to fruition. And I like that. I think we need to put in the work to get what we want. But I'm relating the weight loss thing, which is a very true story, to, like I said, this podcast, I want to talk about like a lot of business stuff or entrepreneurship or solopreneurship, which is what I am. But I can see, and I've mentioned this before, but I can see laziness at times. Sometimes like, I just want to sit and watch a couple of programs on TV. I don't have Netflix, but I have like the different other apps to watch stuff on. And you can kind of see a couple hours pass by pretty quickly. And we all know, you scroll through TikTok, you scroll through Instagram, that can make time pass by extremely fast. You say, where has the time gone? So I'm just saying, like, if I want my business to grow, I can't be sitting there scrolling through social media for several hours. I don't hope I haven't been doing that, but you can't be sitting there scrolling through unless you're looking up, I guess, business stuff. But still, that you can get carried away with that, and you can't expect your business to grow if you're wasting time on social media, or you're wasting time watching television programs, or just doing nothing. You should, if you do little, you should expect to receive little. You shouldn't expect a whole lot of money flowing in, a whole lot of clients coming in. You shouldn't expect anything but what you put out. Like Earl Nightingale always said, you get back what you put. You get back what you put out. You get back. I think I'm saying that right. But anyway, like you reap what you sow. Like Jim Rohn would say, which is true. You get back more than what you put out, technically, because just like if you plant a seed in the ground or corn seed, you get a huge harvest. If you get a whole lot more back than just that little seed, right? But if you're gonna only try to get, I would say, one client per week, and then you're probably, most of the time you get a very, very low. I looked up percentage rates for people who actually come through with a sale, and they said it's about 2 to 4%. So if you reach out to, I guess, 100 people, they're expecting 2 people to actually accept the offer, or 2 to 4 people to actually accept the offer, and that is crazy. But in my experience, it's pretty accurate. So that means you have to be really active out here. You can't be lazy if you want to be a entrepreneur, a solopreneur, or self-employed, what have you. You can't be. You can't be lazy if you want to have a healthy body, or a perfect body, as some people would say, but a healthy body and a healthy lifestyle. You can't be lazy. You really have to put in work. You have to watch what you eat. You have to buy the right foods. You have to cook more than you do buying out, because the things that are put in our food really, ain't that good for us, and it helps keep weight on you. But that's enough of my blabbering. Why did I call myself a blabberer? But anyway, that's enough. I'm basically, all I'm saying is stop being lazy. And I'm only in this room by myself talking to a phone, and you think I'm looking at you. And I am. I'm looking at you. But I'm kind of talking to myself here. I have times when I'm lazy, and I will not be defeated by that. I was going to be lazy and not do this podcast. When I've stumbled a couple of times while I'm talking in this particular episode, I'm like, let me just start over. Oh, forget it. I'll just wait until tomorrow. And tomorrow really never comes. You do realize that, right? Tomorrow never arrives. You always live in the present. It's like tomorrow doesn't exist. Just like yesterday. It's like you're always in the present. Anyway. But yeah, it's like laziness. Try to keep it. Oh, Ferlon, what you're doing is not even that great. Just wait till tomorrow. I've done that a million times. And you know what happens? I never do the thing that I'm supposed to do. So in this episode, I'm just going to keep going and create another episode. And like I said in the previous episode, I'm going to keep getting better. Because if I don't do it, laziness will creep in. And then, I never get anything done. I will want much, because I do want much, but I would get little. I want a lot of people to listen to this. But if I am inconsistent, I will have little people listening to this. No one will ever be like, oh, that's that guy. He was consistent for like a few weeks, but then he stopped. So I really don't care to listen to his stuff. I don't like listening to people's stuff who's inconsistent. You ever see a really cool social media channel that you run across and you really like their content, but they haven't posted in 3 months, so you really don't subscribe to them or follow them? It's like, it's been, this person, it's been 2 years since they last posted. Too bad they left. Anywho, I will wrap up with Proverbs chapter 24, verses 30 through 34. And this is, again, King Solomon talking, and he's describing an experience that he had. So he says, I walked by the field of a lazy person, the vineyard of one who with no common sense. I saw that it was overgrown with nettles. It was covered with weeds, and its walls were broken down. Then, as I looked and thought about it, I learned this lesson. a little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. What he is saying is that he was cruising, or like he says, he walked by a field, but he walked by someone's property. And when he saw this someone's property, this guy's property, he saw that it was overgrown. It's like, hey, this guy ain't cut his grass in a while. And this guy hasn't trimmed the weeds. Like, man, how did his house get out of order? How did his home get out of order like this? Imagine you going through, I'm from Detroit, and there's certain neighborhoods. Hey, man, like, does anybody live here? Does anybody live on this block? Certain roads, just like grass overgrown, bricks on the house falling out. The home's been abandoned, and then what Solomon's saying is he saw something similar to that. And he thought about it. It was like, what it took to get there was, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. It took one day at a time, a person just not doing what they're supposed to do. One day at a time, you're like, I'll get to that tomorrow. And if as you get older, you realize how quickly time is passing. And you see that one day turns into 10 days, to 100 days, to 1,000 days. And he noticed that this guy didn't do something for one day at a time, and it led to probably, I don't know, but maybe 10 years passed. And that guy got there by being lazy one day at a time. And the same thing can happen to us. If you're lazy one day at a time, you will watch maybe your career start to grow weeds and have nettles everywhere. Things are out of whack and out of order. Your body's gotten out of whack and it's out of order. Maybe your actual yard at home is out of whack and out of order. Ooh, I know what I want to talk about next in the next episode, because that would make it too long if I talked about it now. But basically, just as you went one day at a time with your laziness to kind of have maybe a messed up lifestyle, like I said, messed up physique, messed up business, just as it took one day at a time to get there, you can reverse it and take one day at a time to build the business back up, to build your body back up, to build your mind back up. Just one day at a time. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, and so on. I think I'll talk about that next in another episode. Why don't you let me know what you'd like to hear in another episode, in the next episode, or the episode after that. I'll keep in mind all your comments. Until then, I guess I'll see you all next time. And now for your favorite part of the podcast, my fake typing.